Girl.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So the title of this video is a COVID Merry
Right.
Christmas. This is my
Instead of just walking
family
down
and this
there.
is us talking. We had about 10 to 15 people in the family get COVID, so we could not join
Tyra, why you drive
together
down there, girl? It
and
take more
eat
gas to
food on
drive down there.
yesterday, but we're going to talk about it. Okay, guys, so this is the headline news. People wait hours for COVID tests at sites, and then home tests were sold out in Atlanta. So, just give you a little bit of background. My family members, different households. I think it's a total of 5 different households that have been affected by the new variant. So, it was either from working or going to a gathering or something like that. I just think over time, people kind of eased up on the mask and on the hand sanitizer. And here we are. So we were not able to spend Christmas together, which is the reason why we did a Zoom for Christmas. It was really fun. We did like a 2-hour Zoom. But it still wasn't the same as getting together. So the purpose of this video is to show you how we were able to find that my daughter had COVID and what we were able to do. So we were able to purchase the at-home test because by the time she got off work, she was notified that an coworker of hers, 3 of them actually tested positive for COVID. At the same time, we were getting phone calls from family members saying various people within the family have tested positive for COVID and that we should all be tested. So we were turned away when we went to the testing sites because they said it was too many people. You know, it was right before Christmas. It was the Friday before. So we had to do at-home testing and they were difficult to find, very difficult to find. Okay, so this is the name of the test. It's FlowFlex, and we were able to drive around to several Walgreens. No, I think it was CVS to get this test, guys. And it was at the front counter. We went to several CVS's and they said they didn't have any available. So you're going to have to probably drive around. First, you want to make sure you have everything in the kit. And this is pre us finding out before we knew that my daughter had COVID. She's asking if we want pizza, but she doesn't know. She about to be quarantined. Okay, so you want to make sure everything is in a box and make sure you have clean hands. Clean. Okay, so I've already put the dropper on top of the box. There's a hole for that there, and then you're going to pull out the swab. So don't touch the end with the cotton swab. You want to touch the other end where there is no swab, okay, to make sure that it stays clean. Okay, so at this point, what you're going to do is take the swab and you have to go up your nose and you have to swirl it around at least 5 times. Now, this took me a while because you have to get deep up in there, guys, in order to get an accurate reading. So I have not had the nasal test done. I usually get the one where they swab your throat, and I prefer that one. So I had to do this one on my own. So after you go ahead and you do the nasal swab and you do it for the 5 times, you're going to put it in the solution. You have to put it in the dropper. At that point, you have to swirl it around with the dropper in the dropper solution for 30 seconds. So you have to just keep swirling. Because remember, you want to get an accurate test. If you don't do it right, it may read incorrectly. So I'm just waiting, and I took it out of the little container because you have to pinch it closed and then they want you to twirl it some more because they're trying to get whatever's on the swab for accurate reading. And don't mind my nails. I needed to fill in the worst way, but this was more important at that point. So what you're going to do at this point is you got to squeeze the bottom of it because you want everything to mix around in there well. Peel off the foil and close the top. And I'm reading the instructions as I go along because it was so many different steps. It was several, but hopefully this video will help you all and you can go step by step with me. So it's saying you have to kind of like tap the bottom of it to get it to swirl around and make sure that it's mixed in good. That's the whole purpose of it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to look for that's going to be the dropper, and you're looking for the tester so that you can place it on there. So that's what I'm looking for now. Okay, so I was watching Judge Mathis in the background, but right here, you're going to put 4 drops of the solution onto the tester. So right here, I'm going to find the clock on my phone, my alarm, and then I'm going to go in and set my timer for 15 minutes because it needs to be 15 minutes. So as you look at it before, you're only going to probably see 1 line. It's kind of like the pregnancy test. If you see 2 lines, you kind of faint. All right, so after 15 minutes, as you can see, my results are negative. I'm negative. So if you see where the C line is and the T as in Tom line is, if you have 2 lines or 1 dark line and a faint line, you are considered positive. But if you just have 1 line where it says C, you're negative. So I'm negative. My daughter ended up being positive and she was quarantined immediately. Just a couple of things about the test. So A, should I have had gloves on? Yes. Thinking about it, I would have put gloves on. It may have been hard to kind of tear off the foil and get the stuff out of the package though. So just kind of think about that. B, I know somebody's probably going to say, oh, my nose was dirty. But listen, you have your nose and those nose hairs for it to catch any type of little debris that may get up in there. So my nose was doing its job. C, just make sure that you get an accurate reading. Now, we did get this reading on Friday. My daughter's been quarantined since then. We've been wiping everything down like crazy. We've been checking her temperature, just making sure that she's okay. But we also made an appointment to go to our doctor to get a test. They were just doing the drive up at our doctor's office. So we had to do the drive up. So it didn't open until 8:30 this morning, but we got there at like 7:10 and there were already 20 cars in front of us. So do make sure, I would say, that you get an additional test, especially if you're working and they require documentation. The at-home test is basically going to be something that you would use for yourself to know if you have it or not. I've had a couple of people that told me that before they travel or before they go get their COVID test at their doctor's office, they'll get a home test. That way they'll know if they're going to be coming back positive or negative, and that way they can cancel their vacation plans. So, yep, if you're going to use anything, I think this was a good test and it was accurate. We went today, we got our results back today, and I am negative, and unfortunately she is still positive. Good for the test because that means the test read accurate, but bad for her because she's still quarantined.